game out of the Franklin Oil City chapter. Ralph Brunton is the referee. Burl Ace is the umpire. The head linesman, Nick Mennick. And line judge is Tim Braum. Tri-captain is Rod Dye, number 88 for the Blue Devils, along with number 22, Bob Harvey, and number 46, Kinnear. Representing the Lions, 12, Lenny McCullough, along with Mike Drexler for the flipping of the coin. We'll have the introduction of the starting lineup immediately following the flipping of the coin. Linesville has won the toss and has declined. And so Cambridge Springs will be receiving and will defend the south goal. The Lions will kick off and defend the north goal. And now introducing the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, who come into tonight's game with a record of 6 victories and 1 loss. At center, a junior, number 50, David Gill. At left guard, a junior, number 58, Nick Villa. At right guard, a senior, number 68, Rod Schmidt. At left tackle, a senior, number 76, Buck Willie. At right tackle, a junior, number 54, Dave Covey. Tight end for the Blue Devils, a senior, number 88, Rod Dye. At split end, a senior, number 80, Mark Lewis. Quarterbacking the blue and white, a senior, number 10, Tom Gage. At halfback, a senior, number 22, Bob Harvey. At halfback, a senior, number 46, Jeremy Kinnear. And rounding out the Blue Devils lineup, a junior, number 9, Matt Dutton. The Blue Devils are coached by Walt Nottingham. And now introducing Lions under 2, who have completed 13. In the last 13 games, the FCBC have not been beaten. At center, a junior, number 65, Chris Blair. At left guard, a senior, number 52, Ken York. At right guard, a senior, number 64, Trevor Oates. At left tackle, a senior, number 75, Mike Lips. At right tackle, a senior, number 61, Tim Valencic. Tight end, a senior, number 21, Jason Dietz. At wide receiver, a senior, number 24, Mike Drexler. At quarterback, a senior, number 12, Lenny McCullough. At the wingback, a senior, number 88, Justin Corey. At halfback, a junior, number 84, Brian Potts. And rounding out the Lion lineup, a senior at fullback, number 31, J.J. Potts. The Lions are coached by Dan McCullough in his 20th season as the Lions coach. Finally reached the game that everyone in the FCBC has been waiting 1 year to play. including both the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils and the Linesville Lions, with the championship of the league on the line tonight. Jeremy Gear will tee up the ball for the Lions, and the kick comes to Harvey. Harvey at the 20-yard line. Harvey straight up the middle, and Harvey in a foot race. And Harvey goes 80 yards on the opening kickoff for the touchdown. And so, with only 13 seconds going in the ball game, the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils go on top 6-0. Tom Gage doing the quarterbacking, the two-point conversion attempt, looking for the pass, throws, and Harvey is driven back, and so it goes for naught. So with 13 seconds going on the clock, the Cambridge Blue Devils on top, 6-0. So the kickoff by Tom Lucas comes up to Dietz. Dietz on the right side. Jason Dietz trying to get to the outside, and Jason Dietz fell over his own man and goes down at the 40-yard line. So the Lions will start from their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Chris Blair up over the ball for the Lions. Potts brothers in the backfield. And the give goes to J.J. Potts, who rambles for 9 yards to the 49-yard line. So J.J. Potts picks up a pile of yardage on the first play. A pickup of 9 brings up 2nd down and 1 at the 49-yard line. McCullough gives to Potts, big hole to left side. J.J. Potts, almost 21 yards for the touch to the 30-yard line. A 21-yard pickup by J.J. Potts out of the backfield. Pickup by the senior halfback out of the backfield. The Lions at the Cambridge 30-yard line. And J.J. Potts struggles for about 4 yards on the play. We'll see where the official spots the ball. A pickup of about 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. As the line of scrimmage is at the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for the Lions. And the give goes to Brian Potts. And the ball is down, say the officials, after a pickup on the play. Brother Brian Potts carried that ball, and very close to a 1st down. Less than a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd, and a couple of feet on the play. Drexler and carries the ball inside the 20-yard line to the 15-yard line, where the Lions have a first down on the 15. Brian Potts. And Brian Potts digs into around the 10-yard line. So a gain of 4 yards on the play. Takes it into about the 11-yard line. Brings up second down and 6. Straight ahead. Check that. It would have been Brian Potts out of the backfield. Brings up a third down and a couple. Down around the 8-yard line. Third down and 2 at the 8-yard line. Call with 13 seconds to go in the ball game, have answered with a 60-yard drive, with J.J. Potts going in from 8 yards and tying the ball game with 7:19 remaining in the first quarter.
Turn that down!
So the score remains 6-6. Quarter number 1. And we're all back together at 6-6. Will check that. It's Mike Drexler going to kick the ball off. They slip her on the ground, and a fumble by 2 people. And Harvey at the 25-yard line. And Mike Drexler kicked the scrubber, and 3 different Blue Devils attempted to pick up the pigskin. But Harvey finally recovers that ball at the 26-yard line, where the Blue Devils go on offense. So the Blue Devils, first offensive set. And the ball on Dutton on a keeper, and Kenny York. Tom Gage, check that, Tom Gage on the keeper to the outside. And Kenny York ran him down on the corner for a loss of 1 yard on the play. Second down and 11. Second down and 11. Dye split wide on the left side. And Dutton was the ball carrier. Pickup of about a yard on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 10. On the pitch to Harvey. Harvey, J.J. Potts off the block. And the J.J. Potts, give him credit for spreading out the defense. And so there was no gain on the play. Brings up the first punting situation for the Blue Devils, and Tom Gage does the punt for the Blue Devils. Does the punting, and Gage gets a good punt away to Dietz. The Dietz at the 34-yard line. Jason Dietz brought down at the 36-yard line. Barry Adams in on that stop for the Blue Devils. So the Lions last time started from their 40, this time start from the 36-yard line. In the backfield behind McCullough. McCullough fumbled the ball and recovered. I think it's Kenny York comes up with that loose ball. About 2-yard gain on the play as there was a fumble on the exchange. And so it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Lions at their own 38-yard line. Fires complete to Crump. After a pickup of a couple yards on the play, his knee touched the ground, which automatically downs the football. So it brings up a 3rd down and 5 situation. McCullough, 2 for 2 in the passing department. Wide on the right side. Corey wide on the left side. And Justin Corey! And Justin Corey all the way to the 44-yard line. So Justin Corey, who very rarely has run the football this year, just picked up about 15, 18 yards on the carry. Lions have their 3rd first down of the night at the Blue Devils' 44-yard line. And J.J. Potts reeled off nearly 10 more yards before David Gill makes the stop on Potts. And first down number 4 for the Lions. And the Blue Devils have called a timeout on the field. So with 2:04 remaining in the first quarter, we have a tie ball game at 6. Tomorrow begins a nationwide effort against drug and alcohol use, and the Red Ribbon Campaign accents the hope that persons will realize the dangers of these substances. The Student Against Driving Drunk chapter at Linesville High School, delivering a no-use message regarding both alcohol and drugs, and asks you to wear the red ribbons that are being distributed at the gates as you promise to discourage the use also. At the 34-yard line. And Justin Corey again carries the ball. Rod dives, makes that stop on Corey. And Corey reels off about 7 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 3. Goes to J.J. Potts, who drove for a loss on the play. Matt Dutton makes that hit on J.J. before the play ever developed. So, 3rd down and 5 for the Lions. Him up, and Lenny McCullough, as he stepped forward, slipped on the play. So Dutton comes in and trips up McCullough as he attempts to step forward for a loss of 3 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down and 8. McCullough throws, and incomplete as Mike Drexler goes up to the ball. Bob Harvey in on the deflection. So the Blue Devils will take over at the 24-yard line as we start quarter number 2. So both teams will head down to the other end of the field. So the Blue Devils will start from the 30-yard line. This is the 2nd possession. And a give goes to Harvey on the outside. And Harvey chased down by Tim Crum from the backside after a pickup of only 1 yard on the play. We'll call it 2. So Drexler and Crum running down Harvey on the outside after a pickup of 2. 2nd down and 8. Wide on the right side. Tom Gage doing the quarterbacking for the Blue Devils. Gage gives off to Harvey, tripped up, and dives ahead for a couple more yards. Will bring up a 3rd down. Bring up 3rd down and a long 4. The Blue Devils have to cross the 40-yard line. close to third down and 5. And straight up the middle and short by a couple of yards on the play was Dutton. So a punting situation for the Blue Devils with a fourth down and about 2 at the 38-yard line. So punting will be Tom Gage for the Blue Devils, standing back at his own 25-yard line. Dietz is deep for the Lions. And the punt comes towards Jason Dietz. Dietz. And Jason Dietz trying to turn the ball up the field. Dietz. And Dietz brings the ball to the 39-yard line before Rod Schmidt takes the stop for the Blue Devils. So the Lions will start from the 35-yard line. Potts brothers in the backfield behind McCullough. Crum in the slot. And we got a penalty flag out of the backfield. And we'll first penalty of the ball game. J.J. Potts was the ball carrier on the play. The officials talking to the Blue Devils. The penalty is illegal procedure, a motion penalty charged against the Lions, and they will walk off the 5 yards. So first penalty of the ball game, 5-yard penalty marked off against the Lions. So the Lions back at the 30-yard line, where they have a first down and 15. Upended in the backfield for a loss of a couple yards on the play. So we'll call it second down and 17. Justin Corey bringing in the plays from head coach Dan McCullough in his 20th season as the Lion coach, the entire history of Linesville football. Counter play, Dietz looks Justin Corey, and Corey gets picked up all but 5 yards of the 17, about 12-yard pickup before Mark Lewis brings him down. So Justin Corey being very effective here in the first half tonight. So the Lions now faced with a third down and 5 at the 40-yard line. And the give goes to, and he's right on the line for the first down, is J.J. Potts. And it is a first down as J.J. Potts hustles 5 yards. And the Lions pick up first down number 5. Right side of that line is J.J. Potts, who picks up about 3 yards on the play. Alan Pierce making that stop for Walt Nottingham. So we'll call it second down and about 7 as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the first half. A quick first half with only one incompleted pass. And J.J. Potts bullies for the first down. So first down number 6 as J.J. Potts scrambles off the right-hand side. The Lions now in Cambridge territory at the 43-yard line. And a give goes to Brian Potts, who's snuffed down right at the 40-yard line by Matt Dutton. So a pickup of about 4 yards, a long 3 yards on the play, right to the 40-yard line of the Blue Devils, where the Lions have a second down and a long 6. And JJ, who breaks a tackle, is down on the play. Rod Dyes brings him down. Pickup of another 3 yards. Brings it up third down and about 3 yards at the 36-yard line. Corey stacked up at the line of scrimmage on a counter play. Rod Schmidt stacking up that play as a counter play was in, and the Blue Devils stack it up at the line of scrimmage, so it brings up fourth down and 3 at the Blue Devils' 36-yard line. McCullough throws complete to Drexler. Mike Drexler at the 29-yard line as Lenny McCullough buries it in Drexler's chest. So the Lions pick up first down number 6, second by way of the pass at the Blue Devils' 29-yard line. Brian Potts, and Brian Potts all the way to the 11-yard line, but there's a penalty flag down on the play. And we have a holding penalty called against the Lions, who's got to bring it back from the 10-yard line. So a big, costly penalty coming up against the Lions. And so 10 yards being marked off against the Lions, so it'll be first down and 20 at the 40-yard line. The Lions will have to go to the 20-yard line to get a first down, and the Lions call timeout with 4 minutes and 4 seconds here remaining in the first half. The Lions call the timeout. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. goes to Drexler, and Mike Drexler carried the ball the first time tonight. Picks up a couple yards on the play, so we'll call it 2nd down and 18. The Lions have to get to the 20-yard line for the first down. Getting some running room, and Brian Potts still carries people to the 25-yard line. Big junior Brian Potts, fullback out of the backfield, carries that ball to the 25-yard line. So now the Lions are faced with a 3rd down and 5. Lions overcoming 2 penalties in this drive that they have. J.J. Potts, and he gets to the line. The first down marker as J.J. Potts drives it to the 20. And the officials are going to take time out for a measurement. And the officials pick up the football, move it, and say it's 4th down and about a foot. So a 4th down situation. And J.J. Potts dives over the top to the 18-yard line. So the Lions, first down, number 8. As J.J. Potts, with the biggest heart in the world, takes up skydiving for the first down. So the Lions at the Cambridge Springs 17.5-yard line with a first down. And the Blue Devils now have called timeout number 2. So 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. And the Lions dominated this ball game statistically, but the score is all tied at 6. The entire second quarter with 1:50 remaining, and the Lions with the first down. The Blue Devils have not had the football here in quarter number 2. So Brian Potts runs off another first down. As the big fullback out of the backfield carries the ball to the 5-yard line where the Lions have a first down and goal. Is not able to make any gain on the play as big number 76, Buck Willie, clogs up that line on the left side. And so it'll be second down and goal at the 5. And the give goes to Brian Potts, and Brian Potts spins and gets to about the 2-yard line. Rod dies in there on that stop for the Blue Devils. And now, with 32 seconds remaining in the half, the Lions have called their second timeout with 1 remaining. Lions faced with a third down and goal at the 2.5-yard line. Pizza Joe's has just been delivered, so if you want to get to the hot pizza early on here, the Pizza Joe's has just been delivered. Don't forget, we have cider by the FFA tonight at the gate. There's also 50/50s that was worth $225 2 weeks ago against Maplewood. It's at $315 right now. Check that. It's a Maplewood game. It was $315. So don't forget to get your 50/50 ticket. So the Lions, third down and goal at the 2.5-yard line. 32 seconds remaining in the first half. And J.J. Potts is stuffed off the right-hand side. And so the Lions call their final timeout here in the first half, with the ball at about the 2-yard line, maybe the 1.5-yard line. So it's a 4th down play and 26 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, here we got one more play.
The FFA has quarts of cider. They have made up over 400 gallons of cider for tonight's ball game. So you can pick up a quart of cider for 75 cents or a gallon for $2. 4th down as the biggest play of the first half unravels with 26 seconds remaining. And McCullough tripped up and cannot get to the end zone. So Lenny McCullough tripped up at the 1-yard line. So the Blue Devils take over on the 1 with 20 seconds remaining in the half. And so the half will undoubtedly end here as the Blue Devils will not call a timeout. And so both teams will head off to the locker room with a dead even score of Cambridge Springs 6 and the Blue Devils 6. Before the band performs tonight, I would like to thank the band and the music boosters and all the parents for all their help this year, particularly the seniors for sticking with me in my second year here at Linesville High School. Could we hear a round of applause for all the seniors in the band and the flag? Tonight's show consists of a river melody, medley, opening with Walk 'em Up the Stairs into Old Man River. The band moves into Swanee by George Gershwin and closes with a brand new arrangement of The River by Garth Brooks, featuring Missy Brown on trumpet. Old Man River features Marie Elder on trumpet. Linesville High School, you may take the field for your final home halftime performance. 7 by way of the rush, 2 by way of the pass, 3 of 4 completions for Lenny McCullough, 2 penalties for the Lions, 1 of 10 yards and 1 of 5 yards. 2 punts in the ball game, both by the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils. The Lions will be receiving to start off the second half as they gave up the opportunity to receive the football in the first half. Don't forget your 50-50 tickets from the band boosters that may end up being about $300 50-50 break tonight for the music boosters. Also, the music boosters are going to put on a chicken and biscuit dinner on Friday, November the 5th at St. Philip's Hall. The tickets are $5 and $2.50 for students and will be running from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock. Will be Tom Lucas, a 160-pound junior, number 36 for the Blue Devils. And deep for the Lions will be Dietz. And the ball comes up for Justin Corey. And Justin Corey cuts back across the field. And Corey stacked up right at the 30-yard line. So the Lions will start from their 30-yard line, 1st and 10. This will be the Lions' 4th possession of the football game. Cambridge has had 3 possessions. And J.J. Putt! It's J.J. Putt all by himself! J.J. Putt brings it in. And J.J. Putt is finally struck down by Harvey. Bob Gage finally runs down J.J. Putt. On the 5-6-yard line, about the 6-yard line. First down and goal on about the 6-yard line. And Brian Potts goes off the left side, picks up maybe a couple yards on the play. Rod Schmidt closed up that big hole in a hurry, and a gain of 1 yard on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 5. And the ball is actually on about the 6-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down. And McCullough looks, fires, tipped in the air. And broken up on the play as Lenny McCullough put that ball on his hip and fired for the end zone, but a Blue Devil got their hand up, and they will bring up 3rd down and 6. Third down and goal at the 6-yard line. And a pitch goes to Brian Potts. And Brian Potts on the touchdown. Brian Potts in for 6 yards for the touchdown. And so the Lions finally put points on the scoreboard with 10:15 remaining in quarter number 3. will be keying up the football for the second time tonight. Of course, the Lions faced with disaster in the opening of this ball game. Dreckler's kick on the ground. It's Squibbler picked up by number 80. Mark Lewis. And Lewis breaks the tackle and driven out of bounds at about the 37 or 38-yard line. So the Blue Devils will start from the 38-yard line. First and 10. The Blue Devils still looking for their first down of the ball game.
Come on, defense!
And a pitch on the play to Harvey. And Harvey dives ahead for about a yard or two. We'll see where they set the football down. Brian Potts upended Harvey on the play, a gain of a long yard on the play. We'll call it second down and 9. And this way, a quick one over the middle. And it was intended for Rod Dyes, but overthrown by about 3 or 4 yards. Mike Drexler went up to try to pick it off, but it was overthrown, so it'll bring up third down and 9.
Come on, hold right there, guys!
Third down and 9. That's the 40-yard line. Lewis split wide on the left side. Gage fumbles, and it throws incomplete. So on the ground was Tom Gage, who slipped when he first pulled away, but was still able to throw the football, but goes incomplete, brings up fourth down. Doing the punting for the Blue Devils is Tom Gage. Gage to punt. And Gage gets away a good one. Cindy. And penalty flags come flying in on the play. And they're evidently calling it against the Lions. And they're going to call the clip against the Lions. So personal foul, a clip against the Lions. Will back it up half the distance. Back to the 11-yard line. So the Lions will have to start out deep in their own territory at the 11-yard line. First and 10 for the Lions at their own 12-yard line. And McCullough. No, they gives off to Brian Potts as McCullough went back to appear to throw the ball, but gives off to Potts on the play, a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. So we'll call it second down and 4. The ball out at the 17-yard line. Lions have to go to the just outside the 21-yard line for a first down. And a give goes to Brian Potts, and Brian Potts tries to break loose and Smiley stretches forward for the first down out to the 33-yard line. Dave Covey in on that stop for the blue and white. So the Lions pick up first down number 10. The ball at the 33-yard line. And J.J. Potts is drugged down from behind for a loss of 2 on the play. We had Dave Covey in there on that stop, along with David Gill, and Nick Villa also in there on that stop. A loss of a yard on the play. We'll call it second down and 11. McCullough fires at Drexler, and Drexler dives forward to the 49-yard line. So Lenny McCullough fires a strike to Drexler, and Drexler moves the ball to the 49-yard line, where the Lions pick up first down number 11. Goes to Potts, J.J. Potts to the outside, and J.J. Potts scrambles for 13 more yards and a first down. First down is 12 for the Lions. As the Lions are at the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils 37-yard line. And the ball thrown to Drexler! The 2-point after touchdown. And the pitch to Potts. Potts cuts back. And dives for 2 points. So, on the same play to the outside, Lenny McCullough with the pitch to Brian Potts, who cuts back inside for the 2 points. And so 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Lions 22 and the Blue Devils 6. We have a big 50-50 going on. It'll be pulled at the end of the third quarter by the band boosters, worth probably in the neighborhood of $300. So if you haven't got your 50-50 ticket, make sure you pick that up. Also, the FFA cider on sale, 75 cents for a quart. You can enjoy throughout the game. The FFA has over 400 gallons of cider available for tonight's ball game. And Drexler's kick on the ground. Comes up to Dies. Dies on the right side, and Dies is struck down by number 88, Justin Corey. So, 88 carries the ball, and 88 makes the tackle on the play. So the Blue Devils start from their own 40-yard line. Mark Lewis, split wide on the left side, full out backfield behind Gage. The ball goes to Harvey, and Harvey rambles for about 5 yards before Justin Corey and Lenny McCullough make the stop on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 5.
Come on, Dave!
At the 45-yard line. And on a pitch to Harvey on the left side. And Harvey is driven back and it breaks the tackle. And Harvey finally run out by Jason Dietz on the play. So the Blue Devils pick up their first down of the ball game. And move into Lion territory at the 41-yard line. At the Lions, 42-yard line. And straight up the middle, Kinnear with the ball.
Fumble!
And Kinnear crosses the 40 down to the 39-yard line to pick up 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. Double setback behind Gage. And a long pitch to Harvey. Harvey looking for running room. And Harvey breaks 3 tackles and gets a 1st down. So Bob Harvey breaks about 3 tackles and picks up 1st down number 2 for the Blue Devils as they move down to the Lion 30-yard line. Up at the line of scrimmage. So Brian Putt, along with Tim Valencia, making that stop on Bob Harvey. Gain of about a foot on the play, so we'll call it 2nd down and 10. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. On a play, and an aerial thrown, and Jason Dietz coming back up the field. Jason Dietz still on his feet, finally run out of bounds. We have a penalty flag deep, and we'll see what happens on the penalty flag clear down at the 5-yard line. Pass interference charged against the Lions. Pass interference charged. So it will be intercepted the football. We'll have to see where the officials are going to set the football down. Yards down to the line. 15 yards line. So the Blue Devils now have first down by way of the penalty. And on a delay play, Justin Corey tackles them after maybe a pickup of a yard on the play. They set it at the 14-yard line, a gain of 1 on the play, second down and 9. Second down and 9 at the 14-yard line. Second down and 9. And looking to throw out. And incomplete as Kenny York attempted to pick off that play. And J.J. Potts over on that corner. No, Jason Dietz, check that on the coverage over on the corner. So stops the clock with 1:58 remaining in the third quarter. Brings up a third down and 9. Senior quarterback Tom Gage. And offside is going to be charged against the Lions. So the Lions here are really trying to hurt themselves as the ball be moved 5 more yards and stay at third down inside the 10-yard line down to the 9-yard line where it'll be third down and 4. And Cambridge Springs has called a timeout here with 1 minute, 58 seconds remaining. Just a reminder that one of the things I want to pass along with all of you when you go to leave tonight, we have Smitty's towing service that is on hand in case someone gets stuck in the grass areas that we have most of the cars parked in. There will be absolutely no charge. So if anyone needs any assistance when they go to leave tonight, we will have wrecker service available for you at absolutely no cost. So hopefully we won't need it, but if you do, the towing service will be in the vicinity of the greenhouse. So if you need any towing... So third down and 5 for the Blue Devils. And cut down at the line of scrimmage was J.J. Potts. Dutton dives ahead, picks up maybe a yard. So it's fourth down and a long 3 as the ball is on the 8-yard line. So a big play here for the Blue Devils in the third quarter. As the Blue Devils faced with a fourth down and about 4. And a wide pitch to Harvey. Harvey is drugged down, and we'll have to see where they spot the football. And I believe Harvey has picked up the first down. And so it will be a first down for the Blue Devils at about the 1.5 or 2-yard line. So the Blue Devils now have a first and goal at the Linesville 2. goal. And Harvey is stacked up short of the goal. So it'll be second down and goal as they set the ball down at about the 1 yard line. And this may be the last play of the third quarter. At the third quarter timeout, we will have the drawing of the Band 50 boosters. 50-50 boosters worth $360. And Dutton goes through for the touchdown. So Matt Dutton, with no time on the clock at the end of the third quarter, scores from 1 yard out. And now the Blue Devils will be going for the two-point conversion with no time on the clock here to end the third quarter. And a quick pass. And they say he was in the air across the goal for the two-point conversion. So with no time at the end of the third quarter, the Lions 22 and the Blue Devils 14. Mark Lewis pulling down that quick inside pass. Take out your 50-50 booster numbers. The last four digits is 1966. 1966, the last four digits. So kicking off will be Tom Lucas. Kicks that ball to Dietz. And Dietz looking for running room. Jason Dietz comes off the right side, crosses the 35-yard line to about the 36-yard line. So the Lions go on offense after the Blue Devils driven for their second score of the ball game and staying within 8. Carries the ball up the left side of the line, picks up maybe a couple yards on the play. We'll call it second down and 8. As the Pigskin set just inside the 40-yard line. And McCullough looks on the out pattern to Drexler, complete. And very close to a first down. We'll have to see where they set the football down at. Officials look it over and call official timeout for a measurement.
Come on, Grandpa, get your glasses changed.
10 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the ball game. Set the chains down, and it appears to be 1 inch short. 1 inch, so it'll bring up third down and an inch.
Come on, start the clock.
So the Lions faced with a third down 1 inch as the ball's on the Lions' own 47-yard line. enough for a first down as they mark the flags, and it is. First down number 13 for the Lions tonight. J.J. Potts off the right side. J.J. Potts for 13 yards. 14-yard pickup by J.J. Potts, who's having a tremendous night here as his final game here on the Lion turf. And off the right-hand side, picks up the Lions' 14th first down. We do have a winner in the 50-50 band booster. I have not received word who it is. Maybe they're looking for a guard to take them out with their $360 worth. And Brian Potts is stacked up behind the line of scrimmage that time. A loss of a yard on the play. We'll call it second down and 11. Rod Schmidt making that stop for the Blue Devils. For the Lions. That's the 39-yard line of the Blue Devils. And Brian Potts trying to find his way. Brian Potts going for the end zone, and finally brought down inside the 5-yard line. So 35 yards for Brian Potts as he drives the ball inside the 5-yard line as they set the pigskin down on the 5-yard line. And the big fullback, Brian Potts, a junior for the Lions, carries the ball to the 5-yard line. Goal at the 5. And trying to break off 2 or 3 tackles, Brian Potts, but driven backwards. And we'll see they mark the football right at the 5-yard line, so no gain on the play. Second down and goal at the 5. McCullough on a keeper and dives ahead to the 3-yard line. So McCullough looking to pitch the ball and then kept the ball. Got tripped up and dove at the 3-yard line. So it'll be third down and goal at the 3. Rod Schmidt in there making that defensive play for Coach Walt Nottingham. Blue Devils coming into last year had won 4 consecutive FCVC titles before the Lions won the championship 1 year ago tonight up at Barrett Stadium in Cambridge Springs. And J.J. Potts dives ahead to about the 1, so we have another big 4th down coming up. Fourth down and goal at about the 1.5-yard line. J.J. Potts stacked up at the line of scrimmage and is... So the Blue Devils twice tonight have stopped the Lions on the 1-yard line, saving 2 touchdowns, which would be very big points in this ball game. So the Blue Devils now will start from the 1-yard line. Blue Devils need 99 yards for a tie in this ball game. And Gage comes out across the 4 to about the 5-yard line on the play. Set it down at the 5-yard line. So it'll bring up a second down and about 7. Boy, motion play, I'd say. Harvey dives off the left side, gets maybe to the 6-yard line on the play. Lenny McCullough in there on the stop of Harvey. Gain of 1 yard, brings up 3rd down and 5. Inside the 5-minute mark here. Full house backfield. And pulled out from behind was Kenny York. So Kenny York comes across with the big play from the backside, and so a punting situation out of the end zone for the Blue Devils. The end zone will be Tom Gage. And it's going to hit, roll to the 45, 47, 47.5-yard line. So now the 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the ball game. The Lions have first down at the Cambridge Springs, 47.5-yard line. Drexler split wide on the left side. Potts brothers in the backfield. JJ trying to get through the right side. JJ Potts pulls ahead for the first down. JJ Potts refusing to go down. As he makes it to the first yard markers, they call it second down, and I would call it second down and a foot at the 37-yard line of the Blue Devils, as that clock continues to wind at the 3-minute mark. Second down and 1 foot. The winner of tonight's ball game, claiming the FCBC title, the Lions looking to repeat. And on the counter, Corey to the outside. Justin Corey, 37 yards for the touchdown. So Justin Corey has put it away for the Lions with 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Justin Corey on a great counter play, races 37 yards. And puts the ball game away for the Lions. I passed to Drexler. And McCullough on the pitch. Brian Potts, trying the fourth time to get that point after touchdown on that play, is nailed short. So with 2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the ball game, the Lions 28 and the Blue Devils 14. Okay, the concession stand has told us that they have quite a bit of pizza left. You can pick it up for 50 cents a piece or $6 for an entire pizza. So if you want to pick up an entire pizza on your way out, you can pick it up for $6. Don't forget, there's cider also you can pick up on the way out, $2. They have 400 gallons of cider. Linesville Pizza Joe's will also be open until 11 o'clock tonight. Don't forget, all the parents of the band and football team are invited for a cake and coke immediately following the ball game in the high school cafeteria. Likewise with, of course, the cheerleaders. So Mike Drexler will kick off, kicks the squibbler, and Harvey trying to pick it up, and Harvey buried at the 24-yard line. Again faced with a very bad situation last year, being knocked out of the playoffs by the Lions, and the Blue Devils here on the verge of being eliminated again this year. Gage, back to pass, lots of time, throws over the middle, and Jason Dietz almost had it nailed as he was waiting and waiting. Mark Lewis was the intended receiver, but Jason Dietz was trying to put one away. We certainly would like to extend to the Blue Devils, who have had another tremendous season this year, for a lot of hard work. Everyone waited 1 year to get back to the same playing field again and try to do it all over again. And I think that is quality from both programs. The pass. And interference will be flagged as Justin Corey got wrapped up on the play with Jeremy Atkin. And so it'll be an automatic first down over there for the Blue Devils. By way of the penalty, the Blue Devils have picked up 2 first downs by way of the penalty. They're going back to the line of scrimmage, marking off 10 yards, which would 15 yards are going to mark off. First down at the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Don't forget, anyone that can stick around after the ballgame, we certainly would like them to help clean up. The All Sports Boosters are a tremendous organization that help clean up after the field a half an hour after the football game. You'd never know there was a game played. Passing situation. Looks, fires in the middle. And another penalty flag goes down. So the Lions trying to self-destruct here in the last 2 minutes. We get back-to-back interference calls. We'll move the ball another 15 yards forward and a first down.
Touchdown there, guys.
60 yards.
The Lions flagged with their 7th penalty of the night. The Cambridge Springs Blue Devils have not drawn a penalty flag tonight in the entire ball game. First down for the Blue Devils at the Lion 45-yard line. And passing situation again. And this time it was overthrown for Bob Harvey. That around the 35-yard line. Stops the clock with 1:47. Brings up a second down play. Lions 45-yard line. Lions will close out their season next week as they travel to Concord next Saturday afternoon to try to complete an undefeated season. Gage looks, Gage over the middle and through the hands of Dyes. And Lenny McCullough trying to pick one off as that pass was intended for Rod Dyes. Brings up a 3rd down and 10. The Blue Devils take on the Brookville Raiders next Friday night to complete their season. Head coach Mike Dongai from Linesville. Great running back at Linesville, the head coach at Brookville High School. And a lot of pressure. And finally, Kenny York, 1 year later, along with Jeremy Gear, the big junior for the Lions, runs down Tom Gage. Brings up 4th down for the Blue Devils, and they call a timeout. 1:15 remaining. If anyone is curious as far as the playoffs are concerned, the Lions will take on the first round playoff 2 weeks from tomorrow night, Saturday night. 2 weeks from tomorrow night in the first round action, and 3 weeks from tomorrow night will be the District 10 championship game. Teams that appear to be set for the playoff will be Eisenhower out of the east, Kennedy Christian out of the south, and the Maplewood Tigers from the French Creek Valley Athletic Conference. So 2 weeks from tomorrow night, the Lions will be pitted either against Eisenhower or against Kennedy Christian. Fourth down for the Blue Devils. And a deep pass platters. And incomplete by Justin Corey. And that'll wrap it up with 1:08 remaining. The Lions can set on the pigskin. Once again, if anyone has any difficulty in getting out tonight, we have record service that will be available. There will be absolutely no charge to any of the fans. If you need any help, be sure and ask. We certainly appreciate the fine turnout from both schools to watch 2 outstanding football programs in a showdown that was laid out in August. And Lenny McCullough bends down and will perhaps have to run off one more play, but as the Lions take this FCVC championship back-to-back, we certainly want to congratulate the Blue Devils of Cambridge Springs, who had to wait 1 year for the return chance to win the championship, and give credit to the Blue Devils program. They have a tremendous football program under head coach Walt Nottingham. And Lenny McCullough goes down, and I believe that will wrap it up. And the FCVC championship is going to be the Lions as back-to-back championships by this Lion Thunder. They wanted to be called Lion Thunder Round 2 because Round 1 went to the Lions for the championship. And Round 2 goes to the Lions again. So congratulations to the FCVC champion Lion Thunder football team. An outstanding football game played here tonight. We're glad you all could come. Have safe travels going home. And see you 2 weeks from tomorrow night in the first round playoffs.
Two in a row, buddy. You're the best.
Okay, I'm laying back down on the field.
Try. Hey, wait. Almost.